In the heart of a small village, there was a girl named Adanna, celebrated as the most beautiful in the entire region. Her beauty was renowned, with skin like polished ebony and hair that cascaded down her shoulders in thick, luxurious curls. She was the pride of her family, and every young man in the village sought her hand, but one, in particular, would stop at nothing to have her. He was a powerful witch, feared by everyone for his dark magic and twisted ways. One day, the witch approached Adanna with a proposal. His eyes gleamed with a sinister intensity, and he assured her that he would make her queen if she married him. But Adanna felt only fear and revulsion for him. She turned him down with a firm but gentle voice, explaining that she did not love him and would never marry a man she did not love. Humiliated and enraged, the witch did not take her refusal lightly. In his anger, he cast a curse upon her, a curse he knew would shatter her confidence and crush her spirit. The very next morning, Adanna awoke to find her pillow littered with strands of her hair. She thought little of it at first, but as days passed, her beautiful curls began to fall in great, alarming handfuls. Before long, her head was entirely bald, her crowning glory reduced to nothing. The villagers who had once admired her now whispered and laughed behind her back. Children pointed, and women shook their heads, pitying what they called her misfortune. Adanna, once celebrated as the village beauty, was now a source of ridicule. She felt her heart break under the weight of this curse, and as despair grew, she wished only to disappear. Her days grew darker, and her loneliness deeper, until one fateful day when a royal procession came to the village. The prince, a noble and kind-hearted man, was traveling in search of a bride, one who would not be swayed by wealth or titles. As he wandered through the village, his gaze fell upon Adanna, sitting by herself, her bald head glistening in the afternoon sun. But the prince saw beauty in her that no one else could. He saw past the hairlessness and into her heart, sensing the strength and resilience within her. Without a moment's hesitation, the prince approached Adanna, captivated by her grace and gentle spirit. He spoke to her with warmth and kindness, and in time, he realized he had fallen deeply in love with her. Against all odds, and to the shock of the entire village, he announced his intention to marry her. For the first time in history, the village would have a queen with no hair, a queen whose beauty came from within, unshaken by curses or the cruel judgments of others. Adanna walked down the aisle, head held high, her bare scalp shimmering like a crown of its own. And as the village watched her stand by the prince's side, they saw her for who she truly was, more radiant, more powerful, and more beautiful than ever. Adanna's story reminds us that true beauty lies not in outward appearances, but in the strength and resilience of our hearts. If this tale inspired you, please subscribe and like the video to support more stories that uplift and empower.